Yeah, hello students. So welcome to I guess our 24th lecture on this digital electronics, where we are into the study of these gates. Just to recall, in the last lecture we had discussed about universal gates. Universal gates, right? And in that we have seen NAND, right, and NOR, these gates. Okay, and we had classified these into derived gates, right? Because we have seen that it is derived from this basic and NOT gate, basic OR, and again this NOT gate. Okay, and I have told you that classification. Okay, this classification of these gates is basic gates and derived gates, and in the derived gates we have these universal gates, and then we have something, this special purpose gates. Now again I can say that these gates are again the derived one, because we use again the basic gates for this special purpose gates, right? Now why they are called as special purpose? So here I have mentioned some special purpose where these gates are used. Now comparator. Now we in the internal these digital circuits, we try to compare the bits. Okay, so there this circuit which is composed of this special purpose gates. Comparator. Parity generator. Now this is a part of communication. Electronic students might have come across this parity generator. Okay, code converter. We already seen code converter, codes and converters in the first chapter, right? And we have left this gray code converter to study, right? And I said that we'll be studying this gray code converter in the next lectures, because for the gray code converter we need to understand the concepts of special purpose gates. Okay, so these are the special purpose of these gates, right? So in the basic gates we have covered 3 types of gates. In universal we have covered 2 types of gates, and now here we have 2 more gates. So total we have 7 gates, right? So these 2 types of special purpose gates are called as XOR gate and XNOR gate. XOR, which is also called as this XOR. Okay, here this X represents exclusive. Okay, so this gate is called as exclusive OR or exclusive NOR. Okay, so that's what is here, XOR gate and XNOR gate. So again you can see that we have this OR gate here, this NOT gate, and again this OR gate here. Okay, so this is XOR. So these 2 types of gates are called as special purpose gates. Okay, so XOR, XNOR, right? Now in the microcontroller and microprocessor also you will find the application of these gates, right? So let us try to study these gates one by one with our that 4 basic points. Okay, circuit symbol. Now since this gate, first we'll study this XOR gate, right? The circuit symbol. Now since this gate has this OR, okay, so OR gate is reflected here, and now we have some different symbol here. So this is OR gate, and a very small curve or arc we have here. And when we consider 2 input, we have this A and B, and this is Y. Okay, so this is the XOR gate, how it is represented, right? Now you have to remember this circuit. of XOR gate. Okay, so this is a circuit symbol for XOR gate, right? Here this ARC and this is OR gate, right? So if you encountered something like this in your circuit, then simply it is XOR gate. Okay, so coming to the logical expression. Now here this XOR gate, now we have two different expression for this. Now that one expression is this XOR gate is represented as A, this plus circle B. Okay, and its extended version we can note down from this truth table, right? So this another logical expression for XOR gate is Y is equal to A bar B plus A B bar, right? So you can represent your XOR gate in this way also, and you can represent your XOR gate in this way also. Now we'll come to this point, that how it is represented in this format, right? We'll see, but just for now, just remember that our XOR gate is represented in this format. Okay, now truth table. Coming to this truth table. Now as all other gates like AND, OR, then NAND, NOR, when we have considered 2 input and 3 input, we had same logic for all these gates. So consider AND gate. If we consider AND gate, then we had the same logic, that anything if any of the input is 0, then output is 0. So this was considered for 2 input and 3 input gate, right? Even OR gate, if any of the input is 1, output is 1. This we have seen for 2 input as well as 3 input, right? But for XOR gate, there is a different logic for 2 input and 3 input. So now they are different, they have different logics. Okay, so let us see. First we can see this 2 input XOR gate. I'm just describing this gate with help of this 4 points, right? Okay, so since it is 2 inputs, 2 raised to 2 is 4, means 0, 2, 3. So we have these 4 input combinations, right? So 0 I can say as 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so we have these 4 input combinations. Okay, so as far as this 2 input XOR gate is concerned, the logic for this is, if we have the same input, this the output is 0. Same input means we have input 1 as 0, input B as 0, or input 1 as 0 and input 2 as 0. Same inputs. Okay, so I can say this input 1 and this as input 2. Again, if you see here, now I am just talking about 2 input XOR gate. 2 input XOR gate. Now again you can see A and B both are same, right? If for 2 input XOR gate, if both the inputs are same, then output is 0. And if the inputs are different means 0, 1, either 0, 1 or 1, 0, the output is 1. So this is the truth table for XOR gate, right? And from these 2 inputs we have drawn this equation. Now we'll come to this equation in our next chapter when we try to study SOP, this concept. Okay, right now just remember that this is the truth table for 2 input XOR gate, where if we have same input, output is 0. Okay, so that is what you can write down in the statement. The output, yeah, so we can write down this in the statement, that if both the inputs of XOR gate are same, then output is 0, right? If both the inputs of XOR gate are same, okay, that is 0 0 or 1 1, then output is 0. And if inputs are different, then output is 1. Okay, so this can be the logical statement for 2 input XOR gate. So I am very specifically mentioning this 2 input XOR gate, right? Now let us see the 3 input XOR gate. Okay, now in the 3 input XOR gate, some different logic is applied here, right? So this 3 input XOR gate, so 2 raised to 3 is 8, right? So we have 8 different combinations starting from 0 to 7. Okay, so just let me fill this table first. So this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, and then since it is 8, we have seen for octal, now we need to represent this in 3 bits. So this is 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so first let me write down the statement, logical statement for we can say n input, where n is greater than this 2. Okay, so 3 input XOR gate. What is the statement here? That this 3 input is defined as the output of XOR gate is 1. Output of XOR gate is 1 or high if the odd number of inputs, if the odd number of inputs are high. 1 means what? In the input combination of this 3 input XOR gate, we have to see the input combinations, how many ones we have in that input combination, right? So consider any input, so consider this 3 can be represented as 0 1 1. Okay, so how many inputs are high here? This is 2, right? 2 is even, so we are not considering even, we are considering odd. Let us consider 4. So 4 is represented as 1 0 0, right? How many inputs are high here? It is 1, right? So this is odd. So for the 4, where the input combination is 1 0 0, here the output is 1. Right? So this way we are supposed to check the number of inputs are even or odd, right? So here it is 0, so here it is 1 1, then here we have 2 inputs as high, 2 is this even, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is 0, and this is 1, right? So as I said, it is different from 2 input XOR gate, this 3 input XOR gate table, right? So let me again verify this. This is 0 1 1 0 1 0 0, right? Okay, so here I can write down this number of this is 0, this is 1 1 2, this is 1, this is 2, this is 2, and this is 3. So here I have written how many inputs are high, right? And if the number of inputs high are odd, then only output is 1, otherwise output is 0. Okay, so this is the logic statement, or based on this logic, this is the 3 input XOR gate. Okay, I hope this is understood, this is clear. A while before we had studied XOR gate. Now just remember or recall this OR and NOR. So here we have this OR common, just this NOT gate is attached to this OR gate, that becomes the NOR gate, right? Now we are trying to understand this XNOR. So here this NOT gate is added here, otherwise if you just remove this N, then this becomes XNOR, right? So adding this NOT gate, XOR gate is converted to XNOR gate. Okay, let us try to draw the circuit symbol. Again, this XOR will be reflected in this symbol of XNOR, right? So the circuit symbol for this XNOR gate is, you will have this OR gate here, a curve here, right? A, B, and a bubble here. Okay, so let me again draw this properly. This bubble, right? So this is A, this is B, and this is Y. So this is, you can see here, this bubble means N in this XNOR, right? So this is the circuit symbol for XNOR gate, right? So what is the logical expression? Again, we can have two different logical expression for this, rather three different logical expression for XNOR gate. Okay, so we can write Y is equal to A, A dot circle B. Okay, let me write it in the enlarged form. This is A dot circle B. Okay, another expression is okay, we'll talk about that expression in the next few lectures. Right now I don't think it is necessary to cover here. I will just consider two equations. Okay, another equation that is based on the truth table. Okay, so this is Y equal to AB plus A bar and P bar, right? So these are the two logical expressions of XNOR gate. Again, in this truth table we have 2 input and 3 input. 2 input and 3 input. So for 2 input, 2 raised to 2 is 4, so means 0 2 3. So this is, I have written here 0 1 2 3. So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now since this XOR gate XNOR is opposite to XOR. Okay, and if we simply recall for XOR gate, then when the inputs are same, output is 0. I can write here XOR this. Okay, when the inputs are different, output is 1. Now this XNOR gate acts exactly opposite to XOR gate, right? So when the inputs are same, output is 1. When the inputs are different, output is 0, right? So this is the truth table for 2 input XNOR gate. Okay, and here we can write that statements also. When the inputs of XNOR gate are same, right, same, then the output is high, okay, which is 1. And when the inputs are different, the output is low, right, or 0. In the very first few lectures, we have discussed that this 1 can be represented as high and 0 can be represented as low. Even 1 can be represented as true and 0 can be represented as false. We already discussed this. Okay, so this is the circuit symbol for XNOR gate, the logical expression for XNOR gate as far as 2 inputs are concerned. Okay, and 2 input, this truth table for 2 input XNOR gate, and accordingly its logical statement, right? So we can again go for this 3 input XNOR gate, 3 input XNOR gate, right? So I can write down here 3 input XNOR gate. Okay, so 3 input, 2 raised to 3 is 8. We have 8 different combinations starting from 0 to 7, and since this is 8, these bits are represented by 3 bits, right? So I can write down here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then binary, so 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1, right? Now if you recall, for this XOR gate, we had seen for this odd number of inputs, odd number of high inputs, right? Odd number of high inputs, right? And where we had this odd number of high inputs, then the output is 1, right? So here, and this 3 is odd, that is why we had this output 1. Okay, now here we have to see, or I can write down this as the XOR for more than 3 input is defined as the output of XNOR gate is 1 if even number of inputs are high or 1, right? So we have to see for even number of inputs if they are high or not, right? So here then we can write down, so this one and this one, right? So this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is 0 0 0 0, right? But one more interesting point here is that for all these inputs, if they are same, then the output is still 1 here. So this is a different case here, right? So we have seen if we have high number of these inputs as even, then the output is 1. Okay, but here this is some special case being observed. All right, so this is about the XOR and XNOR or special purpose gates, right? I hope you understood this. In the next lecture we'll try to actually work on some digital circuits based on these logic gates or based on the expression or equation. Okay, till then have a nice time. Thank you.